Hello, this is Mitch King with Trade Stocks America with the Sunday evening, February 1st daily stock report. We're looking at the Dow Jones 30 Industrial, and the yellow line there is a support line that I drew that we are closely approaching. The current Dow is 8,000. We've had two big down days. We originally expected that the market was going to be heading up. This is the S&P 500, and I'm looking at this 800 number as a support line. And if we go down lower than this, we're definitely in trouble where I think we could be retesting this November 21st low. The only thing that's really been working is the short sales. I've got several stocks I'm planning to sell at the opening market tomorrow. I put it on the stock list. We've got several short positions here. We can review those. The other positions we've got are oil stocks. And let's take a look at oil itself. This is the price of oil over on the right side, and you can see that right here, 41.69 per barrel. The low number here, I believe, is 432.70. We're looking for this to possibly come back down to here. I think we're in a bottoming process with oil. I'll come up with in a few days a basket of oil stocks to consider more than what we currently have. This is the USO, which is the oil fund ETF. It's not a leveraged ETF, and I think we're just in this process of bottoming, and we're looking for this to head up a little bit and down and just a little higher highs and a process of bottoming. This is COP, ConocoPhillips. These are the large stocks. Let's look at ExxonMobil just for comparison, or CVX, which is Chevron Texaco, British Petroleum, which has been a real dog. And let's look at PetroChina, which is the stock I feel I've made the biggest error with. I bought it again at $78 a couple weeks ago, and here we're at $73.77. I've got that mark to sell at the open. I'm just trying to raise cash. I'm going to go ahead and take a loss on the PTR. I think it'll get back into the mid 80s, but I'm just sensing that we're going to have some uncertainty here that might bring this down a little bit lower. Here's Geron, which is the bull short. We're expecting this, thinking this stock is going to have a process of breaking down, and it has these tests. This kind of retest we just had right here, very typical to see that. I would expect the typical model behavior of this kind of stock on a bull short is to follow this kind of pink line, a general downtrend from here. And I still think we're going to get in that mid fives, which percentage-wise is pretty big profit. I sold a little more on Friday, a short. Another idea that you could do, which is very advanced and high risk, is I often sell calls long on a stock that has options within a month of expiration. It's very risky to do that. If you can't get the share short, I do a small, I write the call options long when I can't get shares short, and I do a real small position, but usually works out very well. I'll go through that in detail sometime. I've outlined that in the Wizard training course as well. The intraday trading has not been, and that's quite unusual that we didn't see those. Usually you can find them in, running down First Solar. We did see First Solar, which was a little bit, which you needed a 5-minute chart like this one here. One of the very few that I saw that, but it did have a number from 141.50 to 146.50, which is $5. That's about a 3%, but that was virtually the only one that came close to it. And if we switch that to a 3-minute chart, that's a hard chart to trade that. But the intraday chart should still be worth watching for a drop and pop. And I've also attached a tutorial with this tonight in a separate video. So you guys take care and raise a lot of cash, sit on the sideline. Don't worry if you're not making money, but you should be in a mode to be protecting what you have made. You guys take care, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night.